All right, people. Welcome to OpenFloor Studios, and you are with Eddie Real. Well, today I want to talk about a story, right? A real life story. I've actually spoken to my friend that's related to the story during the weekend, and he says I could go ahead and share the story, but I shouldn't mention his name. So I feel like I want to put this out there as a lesson so that we can learn from it. We can all learn from it as young people growing up. So back then in level 200, right, when I was in Legon, I had this friend of mine. It's a friend of a friend, actually. We just met, and then boys, we vibe easily. So this guy had a girlfriend, and this girl was in UPSC at that time. So I think level 200 second semester thereabout, this girl's parents, both of them died in a car crash. Now let's say the girl's name is called Lizzie. So now, due to the incident that has happened, Lizzie had to go stay with her auntie, and then things were now, becoming very difficult. She had to drop out of school and everything. And during all this period, it was the boyfriend, let's say his name is Charles, is the one that is giving her money, sending her money, upkeep and stuff to keep her company while she was with her auntie. And the auntie wasn't really treating her well, so she had to move out. Now, Charles had to, rent a hostel outside campus, somewhere around Kwavinya thereabout, so that she can, stay and then, figure out a way or something. So Charles was just being supportive. So he rented a hostel for her. I think it was 4 in a room or 3 in a room, one of them. And then the girl was in the room and everything. So Charles saw that now he was always supporting with money and everything, so that he couldn't, handle it. So he said, okay, he was going to get a job for Lizzie. So he actually went to a convenience store that was close to Lizzie, and then I think he spoke to the lady over there. I think he knew the lady of something of that sort. He spoke to the lady over there, and the lady gave Lizzie the job at the convenience store. Now, Lizzie was doing it for quite a while, but Lizzie said, nah, she can't do that shit again. Like, she can't. And then she stopped the job. Now, funny thing, Lizzie had some certain roommates, right? And the roommates were this kind of party exclusive girls. They go for these exclusive parties with the rich people, whereby when you go, you drop your phone at the door, and then they have these freak off parties and stuff. So with time, these friends were now influencing Lizzie, and then Lizzie started hooking up in these parties, having fun. Then she met some Alaji. Now, this Alaji she met, she was now moving out with the man, and the man was now, showing her the life, giving her money, taking her out, taking her to places. And then all of a sudden, Lizzie's attitude towards my friend, which is Charles, started changing. Now, if Charles calls Lizzie doesn't want to answer. He asks her where she is. She give him attitude and stuff. So people were beginning to notice. Actually, it's not even people. I was even beginning to notice the problem. So if Charles come around, I'll be like, Charlie, how far? Where Lizzie? Then Charles would be like, oh, he has not even heard from her, but he's worried and other shit. So it got to a point in time, after all these exclusive parties and stuff, Lizzie now had a sickness. I don't know where she got it from, but I'm sure from the freak off party she's been going for. So this sickness was an infection at her private part, and then it also made her have this, dark spots on her skin. So it was really nasty, and she was bedridden for days. Now, all the friends that were even taking her out at that point in time, all of them stopped talking to her. Like, everybody left her on her own. Basically, she doesn't even have family. The only family she has is Charles. So everybody left her. They're largely gone, because he's the next girl is thinking about, not you. Now, who came to help her when she was down there? Charles came. Charles took Lizzie to the hospital. Charles took care of her, nurtured her back to health. Lizzie was at the point of dying, like she was at the brink of death, but Charles was the one who was by her side. The time he was even going and everything, we're a group of friends. We're like, Charlie, this girl, she dog you, J or I, because Charlie, she's not worth it. She like, whatever she's experiencing, she did it to herself. So why are you involving yourself and stuff? And the Charles guy was like, Charlie, nah, still like the girl being girl. He really likes the girl and stuff, and he wants to, help the girl out and stuff. He just wants to do it for humanity. But we know that Charlie is not humanity's story. He's actually a fool. So Charles went, and then he nurtured Lizzie back to health. Now Lizzie started doing well. Lizzie started acting all cute during the period of being held, like Charles being there to nurture her and things. And then all of a sudden, Lizzie became Lizzie got back to herself, and then she started eating well. She started gaining weight back. All this is on Charles' expenses. So now, this is now fully fit. She's now strong. Guess what? She went back to Alaji. She freaking went back to Alaji. This time around, Alaji didn't relax. Alaji first bought Lizzie a car. Now Alaji rented a shop for Lizzie, but I think he rented an apartment for Lizzie also. And then Lizzie went back to school. By this time, she didn't go to UPSA again. She came to Legon. All this while, she was still ignoring Charles. So the question right now, I was asking Charles, so the whole situation that happened right now, like, is it that he couldn't see that this girl was using him or sap? Or is it that he was hopelessly in love? And all Charles could just tell me that Charlie, he liked the girl. And even if the girl comes back today, he will accept the girl back. But Charlie, one thing I see in this whole thing is, you see, with ladies, I'm not putting a blame or anything. It's just normal. Ladies, when their class increases, when their level increases, if you're a guy at the bottom, trust me, she moves. I don't know how to put it, but like, the more their class or their level increases, she doesn't look at you again. She aims higher. Because imagine if Charles was in the position of Lizzie, right? Would it have happened? So I want to know your thoughts on this, because I actually told Charles I was going to put it out there. Yeah, his name is not Charles, though, but I'm just putting it out as Charles. So I actually told Charles I was going to put it out there so that people can talk about their views on it. You feel me? So I feel like I want you to talk about your views on this kind of thing. And then advice, this is an advice also. This is a medium of advice to any guy out there. When you notice you are being used, tell yourself the truth and quit. Tell yourself the truth and quit. So that you don't be a stepping stone for someone. You feel me? So this is your boy Eddie Real once again. Charlie, I'll see you around when I have another thing to talk about. Peace out.